99.5 Blake FM. Hey, it's Amy Lee, and I have got Josh Abbott on the phone with me. We are going to be talking about the concert that is coming up. It's Springfest 2014. It's at the Lone Star Amphitheater this Saturday. Tickets are still on sale. All of the details are at the website, and of course, you can get your tickets there as well at Ralph's Records and at Cavender's. Let's talk about Springfest. I'm super excited. The doors are at 6 o'clock. Show's going to start at 7.
Well, yeah, I don't know in terms of the times. I just assume that that's probably close to accurate.
Okay.
But yeah, there is 4 of us, and what I really like about this lineup is that we kept it all like Lubbock, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Hunter Hutchinson is kind of a new name. Wade Bowen and Pat Green and Will Green and myself, we all kind of got our starts, obviously, as college students at Tech. Mm-hmm. And I think the Dick's Hat Band, I think that they're all Lubbock guys or that they're at Tech. Mm-hmm. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And then when we wanted to get one more band, I've kind of met this Hunter Hutchinson kid before, and he's kind of the new guy that's like he's in a fraternity and he's playing around. And I just thought, man, we should put him on there too, because I remember when I was at that stage and when I got to play some of the bigger shows that came to Lubbock, how just awesome it was for me. And so I'm really excited about this little festival being all Tech guys.
Yeah, I just didn't even put that all together until just now. That is
all we're missing is Wade and Will, and I guess Corey Morrow. Even though I don't think Corey ever had graduated from Tech, we still got him as a Red Raider, though.
Right.
But yeah, we're super excited. I mean, the Springfest thing, it seems cool. It's not, Jab Fest that we do in the fall. That's kind of our deal.
Right.
And that's something that we'll do every year. But this Springfest thing is kind of a new thing, and we just happen to be the headliners on it. It's not really our show. So I'm excited for this to be in Lubbock, and over the next few years, see like what bands they bring to Lubbock for it. But we're lucky enough to be playing it with Pat, and I'm really pumped because Pat, literally, he's one of the biggest reasons why I picked up guitar. I remember watching him in Lubbock when I was a Tech kid. Went to several of his concerts, and he and I have played a lot together over the last few years. And of course, he was nice enough to sing on our last album, but we've never played a show together in Lubbock. And this is like kind of a bucket list thing for me. I mean, it's kind of like, man, I get to return to my hometown where I went to, where I grew up, where I went to college, and I get to sing and play with the guy that made me want to sing and play. And I just think that's super cool.
No, absolutely. And I'm sure that, guys like Hunter Hutchinson are going to think the same thing of getting to play with the Josh Abbott band and doing the same thing. So it's kind of nice to see how it all transcends and moves about.
Well, yeah, I guess I hadn't even thought of that. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like to think of us as being like that, but yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, for Hunter, it probably is. It's probably a really cool deal for him to get to be on this. I mean, I remember when I was still in college, I was a grad student actually, and our band got to open for Randy Rogers and Corey Morrow at the Lone Star Amphitheater where we're playing. And I just remember how awesome it was for us, No one really knew who we were, but it was so cool to get to open the stage up and kind of, get to make connections and meet people and shake hands. And so that stuff's important to the younger guys. So we're excited to watch those 2 local guys open up the show. And then, of course, Pat and I are going to get to play that night, and I'm just fired up. I got friends and family coming out, and anytime I get to come home to Lubbock, it's just always a great time. I miss Lubbock so much. Although I will say, every now and then my friends, I'll see it on, social media, or they'll send me a picture of the dust and the wind.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not there today.
Yeah. Oh, and it's been absolutely horrendous these last few days. Just unbelievable.
That's what I heard, but I've also heard the weather's going to be great Saturday.
Yes, actually it is. It's going to be beautiful.
We have always gotten lucky with that. I mean, the weather in Lubbock is so unpredictable. Obviously, I've written about it in a couple songs, but it's so unpredictable. But for some reason, we've always gotten lucky. So I hope I'm not jinxing us here.
Oh, I know.
The weather's supposed to be great on Saturday, and we're really excited to get to headline this first Springfest, and hopefully this will be something that grows for Lubbock, and lots of other cool bands will come in over the years. And we're already planning our Jab Fest for the fall.
Super excited about Jab Fest. Can you give us any details?
I know we're not supposed to talk about it just yet, but we're pretty excited about it. We've got, we're already working on the lineup, so nothing's firm yet, but it looks like my buddy William Clark Green's going to be on there, and we're in talks right now with Kyle Park and Casey Donahue and Stoney
Nice.
LaRue and some others. And so not really sure who's going to end up on it for sure, but it's going to be pretty close to that. But, anyway, so Saturday we're really excited about it, me and Pat and the two local guys and the two local bands. And, I'm really excited to see those guys play. I've heard some buzz about them. And, as a guy from Lubbock, it's always fun to keep your ear to the ground on what's going on. Who's playing at the Blue Light and who's kind of the new college-age band that everybody's digging. And, I'll always try and support those guys.
Are you familiar with Jenny Dale Lord?
No.
Okay, I will give you her CD. I had her in studio a while back. She was playing at Jake's Back Room. Absolutely fantastic. If you've heard that sound of like the Civil Wars, but with a Texas country, I mean, it was just amazing. I'll give you her CD, but she was fantastic.
Yeah, I would love that. Like I said, I love listening to that stuff. I mean, Charlie Stout's a guy that plays Blue Light a lot. Kenneth O'Mara is a guy that just released an album, and he's kind of a Lubbock singer-songwriter. And there's just so many. Obviously, the Hog Mollies kind of go back, and the Lubbock Music Scene's so cool. There's a documentary on it. I think, what was it called, Lubbock Lights or something like that? It really talks about the coming of age of music in Lubbock in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and I think even in the 80s. And so I'd love to see a more modern one produced where it focused on the 90s to the present day and kind of who's come through there in terms of like, some of the names that really took off, like Pat and Wade and myself, and, some of the names that really influenced, me and some other people. I mean, there's lots of guys, and Ryan James and Wes Nixon and the Thrift Store Cowboys. I mean, the Thrift Store Cowboys were one of my favorite bands in college, so lots of good music in Lubbock, and anyway, we keep getting sidetracked.
I know.
Talking about all these bands that aren't even on the show, but that's
right.
I love music enough. I don't even care. I love talking about whatever.
Well, I'm going to throw, just because we were on that subject for just a minute, I'm going to throw two more bands that aren't even country, but are specifically requested to come to Lubbock because of the music scene and the Buddy Holly, and that's Jack White with the White Stripes, and then I believe that, Paul McCartney is going to be here as well. And
yeah. Okay, I heard Jack White's coming. I'm pumped about that for Lubbock.
It is
amazing. At first I thought, for some reason, it was registering to me as Jack Black.
Right.
I was like, why is Jack Black coming to Lubbock? That's pretty funny.
Right.
And then I was like, well, geez, why is Jack White coming to Lubbock? That's awesome.
He requested to come and play in Lubbock, home of Buddy Holly.
Yeah, well, Paul McCartney, too.
Yeah.
And so I've actually got tickets to the Paul McCartney concert.
Nice.
Yeah, we were supposed to play San Angelo that night on that Saturday, and we didn't have a Friday gig, and so we called Midnight Rodeo and said, look, is there any way we can move our concert to Friday? I know this is crazy for an artist to do that, to go see another artist, but, I mean,
hey,
Paul McCartney in Lubbock,
are you kidding me?
Kidding me?
Right.
It's literally once in a lifetime, so there's no way I'm missing that. That whole town's going to shut down. I mean, It's going to be awesome. I'm just going, as just a fan. I'm not going to be backstage or anything. I mean, it's like literally like I bought tickets. I'm going to go find my seat, and I'm going to have a popcorn if they sell that kind of stuff there, and a Coke, and I'm just literally just going to enjoy listening to Paul McCartney because, it probably doesn't necessarily come through in our music, but I'm a huge Beatles fan.
Yeah.
And Paul McCartney. I mean, I have his new album. I have every Beatles album. Listen to them all the time. Watch their documentaries. I've been to the Beatles Love Show in Vegas like twice, and I just love them. So this is it's just going to be a really cool moment for me. A kid in a candy store kind of thing.
Right. Well, and it goes back to what you were saying just a minute ago Lubbock is just full of this music, and people like Paul McCartney and Jack White are requesting to play here in Lubbock.
It's so freaking cool. I love that they're coming to Lubbock. I know a lot of my friends are excited too. Right. Because Lubbock does a great job of bringing in country bands, obviously. But, the rock side of things, Lubbock doesn't really get lucky in bringing those acts.
Not that classic rock. Now, we do a lot of the, the newer rock with
but even still, a lot of the newer rock sucks. I don't know. I just feel like that genre. I mean, if you go to iTunes and you look up, what are the top 20 songs selling right now, there's only one or two ever that are new. They're always old. And I think that says something about the genre. I just don't think that modern rock is really carrying it the way that they should. And anyway, but Jack White's kind of on another level. I mean,
he is,
every single band and project that he has is great. And Paul McCartney, he literally is a god of rock. So
exactly.
I'm pumped. I'm excited Lubbock's getting these bands, and it's grown so much, and I miss it a lot, and I will be back on Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything, and everybody listening, we just appreciate you. We love you. I mean, we love touring everywhere, but when we come to Lubbock, that's where I'm from, and it means a lot every time I get to be out there and sing Victory Bells with that crowd. It means a lot when I get to talk to the audience and see people I went to high school with, and it's always just cool to support people who are from your area, and Lubbock has just always done that with us, and I'm just so excited to get to share that stage with Pat and these other Lubbock guys, and it's just going to be a really cool night.
It's going to be a fantastic night, and it should be a huge night, especially with the connection of these bands to Lubbock and to Texas Tech. So,
we'll see. Either way, whether there's 2,000 people there or 6,000 people there, we're going to play a good show. It's going to be a good time.
Well, then I will see you, sir, on Saturday, and please be safe getting home.
Okay. Thank you so much, and have a great day.